The debate around illegal immigration in South Africa has once again stirred strong emotions across the country, especially as discussions emerge about whether foreigners should be included in decision-making processes around immigration laws. For many South Africans, this issue cuts deep, touching on unemployment, crime, economic survival, and even national identity. The reactions are as diverse as the country itself, ranging from frustration and anger to empathy, and calls for inclusivity. On one side, there is a strong sentiment among many citizens that immigration policy should remain strictly in the hands of South Africans. Some argue that the country is already battling high unemployment rates, particularly among the youth. They feel that including foreigners in decisions about immigration laws could dilute the interests of citizens who are struggling to find work and access basic services. In townships and urban centers, frustrations often surface in conversations about informal trading and small businesses, where locals believe foreign nationals dominate certain sectors. For these South Africans, the idea of giving non-citizens a voice in shaping immigration laws feels like adding salt to an open wound. Social media has amplified these concerns. Many posts reflect the view that sovereignty must be protected at all costs. People question how individuals who are not citizens, and in some cases undocumented, can participate in shaping policies that directly affect South Africans' economic and social realities. The argument is often framed around fairness. Charity begins at home, some say, suggesting that the government should prioritize citizens before considering the perspectives of migrants. Political rhetoric has also played a role in shaping reactions. Leaders from parties like the African National Congress and the Economic Freedom Fighters have historically taken different tones on immigration. While some emphasize African unity and regional cooperation, others lean into populist messaging that centers the needs of South Africans first. Meanwhile, groups such as Operation Dujula have openly opposed what they see as the government's failure to control borders, and they strongly reject any proposal that would give foreigners influence in lawmaking processes. However, not all reactions have been hostile. There is another segment of society, including academics, civil society organizations, and human rights activists, who believe that including foreigners in the debate could actually lead to more balanced and humane policies. They argue that immigration is a complex issue that affects both citizens and migrants, and excluding one side from discussions can lead to policies that are unrealistic or unenforceable. From this perspective, consultation does not mean surrendering sovereignty. Rather, it means acknowledging that migrants are part of the social and economic fabric of the country. Many of these voices often reference South Africa's history. During apartheid, millions of South Africans relied on solidarity from other African nations. Countries across the continent hosted South African exiles and supported the liberation struggle. For those who hold this view, completely shutting out foreigners from conversations about immigration feels hypocritical and contrary to the spirit of Ubuntu, the belief in shared humanity. In cities like Johannesburg and Cape Town, where diverse communities live side by side, everyday interactions tell a more nuanced story. Many South Africans work alongside migrants, rent from them, buy from them, and form friendships and even families with them. In these spaces, the debate is less about exclusion and more about finding practical solutions to documentation backlogs, border management, and fair competition in the job market. There is also a generational divide in reactions. Younger South Africans, especially those exposed to global conversations about migration and human rights, often express more openness to inclusive dialogue. They see migration as a global reality and argue that involving migrants in discussions could help address misinformation and build social cohesion. Older generations, particularly those who feel economically marginalized, may be more skeptical and protective of national boundaries. At its core, the debate reflects deeper anxieties about governance, inequality, and economic opportunity. Immigration has become a lightning rod for frustrations that go far beyond border control. When people call for excluding foreigners from decision-making, they are often expressing broader dissatisfaction with the government's ability to deliver jobs, housing, and safety. Ultimately, the reactions in South Africa reveal a nation wrestling with competing values. Compassion versus protection, inclusion versus sovereignty, solidarity versus self-preservation. Whether foreigners are formally included in immigration law discussions or not, one thing is clear: the issue will continue to spark passionate conversations in homes, taxis, churches, and online spaces across the country. And how the government navigates these emotions may shape not only immigration policy, but also the social fabric of South Africa itself.